A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 2, verses 41 to 52. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. Every year, Jesus' parents traveled to Jerusalem for the feast of Passover. When he was 12 years old, they went up, as they always did, for the feast. When it was over and they left for home, the child Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem, but his parents didn't know it. Thinking he was somewhere in the company of pilgrims, they journeyed for a whole day and then began looking for him among relatives and neighbors. When they didn't find him, they went back to Jerusalem looking for him. The next day they found him in the temple, seated among the teachers, listening to them and asking questions. The teachers were all quite taken with him, impressed with the sharpness of his answers, but his parents were not impressed. They were upset and hurt. His mother said, "Young man, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been half out of our minds looking for you." He said, "Why were you looking for me? Didn't you know that I had to be here, dealing with the things of my father?" But they had no idea what he was talking about. So he went back to Nazareth with them and lived obediently with them. His mother held these things dearly deep within herself, and Jesus matured, growing up in both body and spirit, blessed by both God and people. The Gospel of the Lord.
Good morning. Let's listen to a short reflection according to St. Luke chapter 2 verses 41 to 52. Seeking God in contemporary life. Why does Luke include this story of Jesus in his Gospel? Perhaps it's because, within these few verses, we encounter a timeless tension that resonates deeply with our lives today. At the heart of the narrative lies a pivotal question. Who or what holds the central place in our hearts? Luke invites us to reflect on the balance between earthly relationships and divine purpose. Jesus' stay in the temple is more than a moment of youthful independence. It reveals the priorities that define his mission, obedience to the Father above all. In our modern world, where families often face complexity, from blended households to multicultural communities, we, too, wrestle with these tensions. Misunderstandings arise, relationships are tested, and we may seek independence or self-affirmation. However, this passage invites us to reflect. How should we prioritize our relationships, values, and responsibilities? Who or what should come first? For Jesus, the answer is unequivocal. Did you not know that I must be in my Father's house? His purpose is deeply rooted in his steadfast connection with God's will. The Gospel invites us to prioritize our lives. It begins by reaching out to God through prayer, much like Jesus' parents did in Jerusalem. This journey can be challenging. Like Mary and Joseph, we might encounter anxiety and uncertainty. Yet, when we come to God with trust, we find clarity and purpose. Despite astonishing the teachers with his knowledge, he humbly returns to his parents, submitting to their authority and growing in wisdom and stature. In our own journeys, we are reminded that faith grows within the ordinary rhythms of life. Like Mary, we are called to ponder God's mysteries in our hearts.